Hey there, Reese here, and welcome back to another YouTube video. And I know this is a bit of a different kind of format than you're used to seeing. You're used to seeing me over by the whiteboard. This is just a quick video. I just decided to whip out the camera and just kind of fill you guys in on what's been going on inside my head. Now, this doesn't mean that it's not going to be a valuable video. I'm going to make this as valuable as possible. I was just going through the patient acquisition kind of systems that we install into PT clinics. I wanted to talk a bit about why PT clinics are so stubborn and so stuck relying on the referrals and placing all their eggs in the referral basket and maybe only one or two eggs in the patient acquisition systems basket. And they're just not betting on themselves, right? You have two sides of lead generation within PT clinics, especially cash-based and hybrid. You have two kind of systems, right? You have the referrals, which is how many people can refer you. How many referrals you get is kind of dependent on your patient care and the experience that a patient has with you. And then you have the patient acquisition side, which is like essentially marketing strategies that you employ, and essentially they bring in consistent leads and prospects and patients into your clinic every single month, which is awesome, right? It sounds awesome, but so many clinic owners are doing one of two things on this patient acquisition side of things that is hindering their results so much. And that is either doing 103 things as a clinic owner. You're trying to be a marketer, you're trying to be a clinician, you're trying to be a business owner. You're wearing every single hat there is under the sun just to get by, just to make $20,000, $30,000 a month, when you know you can be making more and you can be making more of an impact on the world, leaving a bigger footprint. But you're stuck trying to do everything, right? And that's because the first thing is because of this narrative that hiring agencies and hiring other people to do your stuff is scary and is bad, and we all have these bad experiences with agencies and blah blah blah. Now, I'm not saying that's not valid, right? But don't let one-time experiences hinder you from making more of an impact on the world. It's not the agency's fault. It's the type of agency that you worked with, or not even the type of agency. It's the people that are running the agency that you worked with that are the problem, not the agency model, not the people that run other agencies, right? Now, I say this to defend myself because I get so many no's. I get so many people looking down on me just because I say I run an agency in this sector because of the sneaky, snidey marketing agencies within here. I don't call myself a marketing agency. I am more of a patient acquisition, lead generation agency. And essentially, we generate 25 plus evaluations per month for clinics, and we help them get an 80+% show up rate and convert cash paying patients. So, cheeky little plug there. But essentially, with this thing of the fear of working with marketing agencies, it's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you to goals. So why have it? Rather just work on finding a better person and a better marketing agency. I was on a call the other day and I said accidentally, I misspoke, and said that I had worked with someone in the area of a potential client that we had, that we were about to onboard. And I actually said, listen, just before we do this, I realized that I may have misspoke earlier when I said when I said we've worked with people within this area. We actually haven't, but we are still confident that what we have can absolutely crush it out of the park for you. And that's the kind of honesty that I want to bring with my agency. I want to be a person that's truly about scaling PT clinics to the moon, helping them make the biggest impact on the world, right? So not everyone is out there to get your money. Not everyone's out there to make a quick buck and leave you. I'm here to genuinely make an impact. And if I can be here to genuinely make an impact, I'm sure there's other people out there, right? And yeah, we move on to point number 2 of this little bucket of struggles that PT clinics are kind of in. So you have that first bucket, and then you have the other side, the other bucket, right? This let's call it you have these two buckets. So you have the one that we just spoke about, and you have the second bucket, which is working too hard on the referral side and giving no shits about the patient acquisition side. And the reason is because you don't see the tangibility, you don't see the results coming from this side. I'm not even sure if tangibility is a word, but I'm going to use it. You don't even see the results coming from this side because you cannot imagine it. It's not tangible, right? When you look at referrals, you go, oh, well, I ask someone if they know anyone, and they give me patients. And that's how it works. Cool. Awesome. Getting referrals means you have excellent patient care. It means that the experience in your clinic is fantastic. That's great. I'm not saying don't do that. But people try and put their hands on the referral machine and try and manually crank it to get most out of it, and it simply does not work. I promise you now, it does not work. It's not something that can be tampered with by a human. It's only something that can be worked on and improved. Eventually you'll find the ceiling. You can work and improve it, and that's through increasing patient care experience. And you can only increase those two things so much. Once you get to a certain point, it yields no results, no matter how much effort you put in, right? So you have zero leverage that side. Whereas on the other side of the spectrum, you have patient acquisition. Once you build a system, one system, could be anything. We tend to use Facebook ads with our clients because it's something that we found that gets the best ROI on time, on money spent, on everything. And it actually makes, in terms of getting the right types of people in your door, you're able to pick and choose your audiences, things like that. So we double down on that, right? But we use one attraction system. We use a couple different nurture methods under one nurture system. There is one methodology that encapsulates how we nurture patients, and we just do it in different ways, but it's still one, right? And then we have one way in which we convert, which again, methodology, many different ways, but one methodology. So we have one big patient acquisition system that has 3 different methodologies. It's as simple as possible. The thing that you should know is simple scales, fancy fails. Right? And that works every single time. That's how it works. Simple scales, fancy fails. If you're getting too technical with it, trying to do everything under the sun for marketing, it's not gonna fail. It's not gonna work because you're just trying to do it too much at once, and none of them work, and they're all gonna stay subpar. But I guess I'm making this video to kind of implore PT clinic owners to be willing to learn more about how agencies can help you still, the right agencies, the right people, but also to stop betting on referrals and start finding out about patient acquisition systems. Start trying to build out and install some sort of patient acquisition system inside of your clinic that's going to bring you consistent consistent patients every month. And then those patients will turn into more referrals. So you now have this system that, let's say, is bringing you 10. It's bringing you 10 patients through your door every single month, right? And then once you have those 10 patients, each of them refer one person. So now you're actually getting 20 new patients essentially per month. And the more patients you get through the patient acquisition system, the more referrals you'll get. Because if you get 20 and they all refer someone, you get 20 referrals, and you all of a sudden get 40 people in your door every single month, or for that month. So, I mean, I don't even know what else to say. If the math's right there in front of you, I'm just so sick of clinics and clinic owners thinking that they can't, and convincing themselves that referrals is where it's at and that's where the gold's made. When in reality, it's actually just all about having a patient acquisition system, and so many of you guys overlook that. Listen, I understand it. It's not what you want to do. You don't want to sit behind a laptop and make these things for yourself. That's fine. Hire someone. That's completely fine. But you also don't want to just do nothing. You don't want to rely on referrals, because if you want to make the impact that you want to make, it's gonna take some guts and some bets and some real results to make the impact and leave the footprint on earth that I know you want to leave. I promise you, clinic owners, I know you. I don't even know how to explain it, but I know you. I know who you are. I know the impact. I know the desire, because I wanted to actually become a PT. I wanted to work in the healthcare sector more than anything when I was younger, but I wasn't fortunate enough to go to university, so I couldn't make the one-to-one kind of impact. What I can do is help you guys and your clinics make more of an impact, and that way I'm part of the process of this impact making and footprint leaving. So I'm doing this for you, but I'm also doing it for myself, right? And just side note, if you are a PT clinic owner wanting to scale and blow the roof off your practice, go ahead and schedule a strategy call with either myself or one of my team members down below with the link. and we'll go ahead and we can have that strategy session, we can onboard you, and we can blow the roof off your clinic, literally. We can help you scale to multiple locations, we can help you to max out any schedules that need to be filled, the whole shebang. Come to us, we will install something that gives you consistent results. You'll leave there with some sort of value, right? I promise you that. Now, here's the issue, right? Is that there are so many PT clinic owners that are not going to do that. They're not going to take action because they still feel the urge to go back to referrals. They still feel the urge to kind of stay in that safe, comfortable zone, not making the impact that they're wanting to make, and just kind of taking it one day at a time. Perfectly fine. When you're ready, let's get going. Seriously. When you're ready, let's do it. Like, I'm here all day long. I work 14 hours a day. I work every single day of the week, and I try and make the massive impact on the world that I can make. By 25 years old, I want to have the company of my dreams that is doing the biggest things within this industry. I've got so many competitors that I'm going to outcompete. You need to be thinking like that as well, and we can help you get there, okay? Now, I'm sorry that if this comes across as super salesy, it's not my intention. My intention is to help you wake up, though. I need you to realize that this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Not because you get to work with us, but this video, watching this video and still being here. You know, we're like 14 and a half, 13 minutes in. You still being here and watching this video, I need you to start working on patient acquisition and finding more out about it and learning more about it. And figuring out, okay, cool, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? You know, how do I get one system consistently bringing in this many people, blah, 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 blah. Cool. You need to do that. You need to stop relying on referrals. I'm sorry if this is it's just a wake up call. This is complete love, but and even you may not even believe me because I look maybe slightly on the younger side. I promise you the research that I've done, I've had over 100 calls with clinic owners, and I've asked them what their biggest problem is, and I've interviewed them. It's got completely none of them are consultations, none of them are strategy sessions. It's all just interviews, just me learning. And they all have the same thing. They all know they have no patient acquisition system in place. So I need you to actually double down on that. And if you don't know where to start, watch the content. If you still don't know where to start, schedule in a call. Like, let's do this. That's all I have for you.